All right, so yeah, Tom Herbst likes things very clean. I'm not quite as much of a neatnik as him, but I see the logic in making sure that we don't have cross contamination. So, and also the logic of keeping a record of what we're doing. So for going around P1 again, we're still on the first series of cuts. I don't know how many videos we've made for this, but it is my intention to just keep going, excruciatingly detailed. We're going for 51 degrees. We're starting at around 51, I'm estimating 51.15. That puts us, that's because we've put it up to a height of 2.120. So whatever unit that is, we got 2.1, and you can see it's a little over 2.1, and then up here it's 2.120 is what we've got. And we're going to do the first cut at 64. And so you say, well, cut. What do you mean cut? It's already cut. Well, yeah, but it's cut and it's rough. The surface is very rough, relatively speaking, for how a gem is, how you're going to want your gem to look. It's actually, let's see, this surface right here is the one we're working with. And so now we're gonna cut in and remove some of that subsurface damage that occurred using the rough stuff that was intended to quickly remove the parts of the gem that we're not going to use. So now we're getting a little more detail. Now, one thing I've noticed is that this is kind of all over the place in terms of what happens next here. I honestly don't know what that means, except that when I preformed it, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that, except that the gem's not going to be enormous, and we're going to come way down with the girdle and with the crown. And so I think it's all going to work out. Let's hope so anyway. And whether it works or not, we're going to learn from it. So there we have the rough cut pavilion, and now we start going to the next grade, and we're going to do the 600 grade, and then after that, after we go all the way around again, provided I'm satisfied that things have gone adequately for that cycle, then we'll go to the 1200 grade, and then we'll go on to polishing. So reality check. We're at 0, 64 once again, and there's our facet, and let's have a look at what this does. So once again, using my right hand on the left-handed machine, I'm going to put it down. I'm going to be around 51, a little bit above 51 degrees. You can hear that this is a gentler cut. I've got it nice and slow at the setting of 2 on my machine here. Got the water dripping, and that angle is gonna sort of jiggle. I hope it's supposed to jiggle back and forth, because it sure does that. I don't feel any jiggle on my hand, if that's any comfort. And that's just gonna move nice and gently towards the 51 mark. If we want, we can go a little faster, turn up the speed just a little bit, not put much pressure at all on the gem, and get that sucker up to, or down to, the 51 degree angle. That is the correct angle for this gem design. And then what we'll see at the end of this cut is well, a nicer finish, something that's somewhere between the rough and the polish at the 600. When we get to the 1200, that's really a pre-polish, so it'll look pretty nice after the 1200. This 600 will be somewhere in between. Okay, so we're just about there at 51 degrees, and I'm just kind of finishing this up. If it's still making full contact with the lap, then that means we still have a few layers of molecules of silica to remove with our diamond grit and our lap. And we're pretty much at 51 degrees. We can pick this up. We can turn off the water. I don't actually do all this between every single cut when I'm not talking to you, but don't always do it that way. And now, as we can see, the cut is, well, that's really hard to see, but maybe you can see that that cut is now smoother. It does not have the same degree of scratching. So we've done finer scratches that have removed some of the coarser scratches. And as it's drying, you can kind of get a sense of how coarse or fine they are. And you're starting to get a little bit of a reflective surface there. And so I'm going to go all the way around. Hopefully no big issues to discuss with you as I go. So I'm just going to go all the way around this whole series again, hopefully just once, and then we'll have another look.